Hello, this is HG Tudor with yet another update as bits of information and news come to the fore. It would appear that the information that's being provided came from a spokesperson of the Sussexes. And that this was then regurgitated by the improbably named plastic-faced Lieutenant Obi Scobie, who, of course, remember, denies that he is their mouthpiece. But who is the first person to start spreading it all over Twitter? None other than the improbably named plastic-faced Lieutenant himself. Not a mouthpiece? My hairy backside. But there's more information that's come about. He describes it as terrifying, and that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were shaken, but everyone was all right. Apparently Doria Ragland was in the car also. There's also information explaining that, according to the Telegraph, uninformed, I think they meant uniformed, police approached the paparazzi on numerous occasions, wanting them to back off. Now, it strikes me as rather extraordinary that if they were able to approach the paparazzi, how come it wasn't the case that Harry and his wife were able to make good their escape? Presumably the paparazzi were being stopped and detained by the police, so what was it? Harry's wife saying, "Harry, stop, tell the driver to wait until the police have stopped talking to the paparazzi so they can start following us again. This is going to make such good press." It would seem to my mind that, as reported, if the police were able to actually speak to the paparazzi, that means they have to stop them. They're not going to be driving alongside them saying, "Oi, you back off." They'll have stopped them. They'll have got their vehicles in the way. The report further explains that some of the traffic violations incurred driving on a sidewalk, going through a red light, reversing up a one-way street. Oh, it's Starsky and Hutch stuff, isn't it? Of course, one would imagine that there'd be dash cam material showing all of this. Is this going to make its way into the public domain? It very much smacks of a manufactured scenario, doesn't it? And also, doesn't it make you think automatically that Harry's wife is just so desperate to be Diana, that she wants to have that Diana duplication to the extent of, we were hounded by paparazzi and we almost died. I should imagine that when the details become clearer, quite simply the paparazzi were following them and they got a little bit close and then the police spoke to them and everybody went home, if indeed it actually happened. There's always the possibility that none of this actually occurred. Interestingly, I've had a quick scoot through the comments that have already appeared on the Telegraph when this has been reported, and very few people are actually buying this. Many people are suggesting, oh, it's manufactured, this is just bullshit. It's probably nothing like the dramatic way that it's been reported. This has suddenly been piped out there by their spokesperson, picked up by the improbably named plastic-faced lieutenant, who's then run with it on Twitter, and it's all going to cause some drama. Naturally, of course, it's getting plenty of people talking about it, which, as ever, is the aim of Harry's wife. But it's all challenge fuel for her, because so many people are just responding saying, don't believe it, probably didn't happen like this. It's all fabricated nonsense. She's trying to make herself important, trying to make herself seem like Diana, and people just aren't buying it. As ever, there'll be a rump of shuggers who have come along and have gone, oh gosh, how awful, the terrible paparazzi, she's going to suffer a similar fate to Diana. Poor Harry, poor Harry's wife. While 99% of other people say, what a load of absolute horse shit. Exaggerated, and much of it doesn't stack up. A 2-hour car chase, the police managing to speak to the paparazzi, but they somehow then are able to carry on and pursue them. Why didn't you get away? Why didn't you hide? Why didn't you go to a police precinct? Doesn't add up, does it? It all comes down to, once again, a manufactured attempt by Harry's wife to garner attention. What has she suffered? A fractured eyelash and a split nail? More news as it comes. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.